Now, in the second part of this topic, we will be continuing with the next property of lanthanides, and that property is called lanthanoid contraction. Now, this phenomena, once you see, you will find it's not a very different phenomena. It's a regular thing what happens in any period in the periodic table. So, whenever you consider a periodic table, always we know the from left to right, always the atomic radius decreases. So left to right, as we know, nuclear charge increases, number of electrons are added in the same shell. Obviously, the atomic radius decreases. So in lanthanide series, from lanthanum to lutetium, always the atomic radius is found to reduce. Lanthanum is taken here for comparison, which is itself a D block element. And we know that cerium onwards till lutetium, when you go, 183 picometer is the size of cerium. Next element, praseodymium, it decreases merely by 1 unit. In some cases, the decrease is not very significant, right? 181 picometer, 181 picometer, almost similar size. But over a period of 14 elements, that is from cerium to lutetium, the decrease is almost 10 picometer. This decrease is known as lanthanoid contraction. So you can see this, the definition if they ask in exam. Across the lanthanide series, there is a decrease in atomic as well as ionic radius. This steady decrease of atomic and ionic radius is called lanthanide contraction. So once again, go through the definition. We are going to now see the reasons for it in detail and then the consequences of it. So we just have defined it right now. If you see the extremes of both these things, they go like this. Ionic radius graph is given. So values of lanthanide contraction for the elements, atoms, 187 picometer is lanthanum radius, going up to ytterbium 173. And if you consider the ionic radius values, 106 picometer going up to 86 picometer. So overall, ionic radius is decreasing by almost 20 picometer. The values are mentioned up to only ytterbium because next one, lutetium, values are unstable. That's why they are not recorded in most of the textbooks. For all exams, you can remember only these two extremes and do not remember the whole table as given in the textbook. Now, on which factors this lanthanide contraction depends? First factor is, as usual, effective nuclear charge, what we study in our regular SP block elements. And the second factor is shielding effect or screening effect. So let us see one by one. We will once again define what is effective nuclear charge. The force of attraction between the nucleus and outermost electrons of the valence orbit is called effective nuclear charge. Once again, I repeat, the force of attraction which is present between the nucleus and electrons in the valence orbit, whatever force of attraction is present is called effective nuclear charge. Now, this effective nuclear charge, if you compare lanthanum, cerium, praseodymium, you can see it is going to increase. What is the simple reason for it? Because in the nucleus, more and more protons are increasing. So lanthanum has suppose 57 protons, cerium will have 58 protons. So atomic number is increasing. Obviously, effective nuclear charge is increasing. When effective nuclear charge increases, obviously atomic size decreases. Nucleus can pull the electron towards itself in a more stronger way. That is why atomic size decreases. Go through this simple logic. Any doubt? We come to the second more serious factor, shielding effect or screening effect. Effective nuclear charge is going to come from the nucleus to the outermost orbit. But between them, between the outermost orbit and the inner nucleus. We are having other orbits present, other shells present, and those are going to create the shielding or screening effect. We had seen this in 11th standard. We are repeating that diagram again. For example, if your nucleus is over here, this is the valence orbit, and between valence orbit and nucleus, there is a complete s orbital present. So the nuclear charge cannot go up to the valence orbit. So we say s orbital shielding effect is extremely strong. Nuclear charge cannot reach up to the final level. Compare it with p orbital next. P orbital has little less than s orbital shielding effect. So due to this, nuclear power can penetrate through p orbital but cannot reach 100% up to valence orbital. Now compare it with d orbital. The shapes are such that screening effect is poor. It can reach up to valence orbit. And the current topic we are studying about f orbital, they have the worst screening effect. So now you can understand and imagine the things. The order of the screening effect is F has the most poor screening effect. So if F orbital exhibit minimum screening effect, more nuclear charge, then all the valence electrons are pulled inward. The valence orbit will be pulled inward, producing a smaller atomic radius. So due to both these reasons, lanthanides are going to show smaller atomic radius across the period. Any doubt up to this big answer? We had seen what is lanthanide contraction. Then we have seen two reasons for it. Effective nuclear charge, which was a simple reason, and then shielding effect, which is more serious reason over here. Now, decreasing atomic size across a period is a normal phenomenon in any period if you take up. Third period, second period, anywhere it happens. So why do we give so much importance in lanthanides for such a phenomena? That is why the reason is they don't themselves get contracted, but they affect other elements also. So elements which are coming immediately after lanthanides, which are called post-lanthanides, they also show the screening effect. They show the same contraction effect. Now understand this table very carefully. This is first transition series, 3D series. Scandium is not written, titanium, vanadium, chromium, manganese. Now look at the values of their atomic radius. Observe, in period left to right, values are decreasing. Everything happening as per requirement. Compare the second one. Zirconium, niobium, molybdenum, technetium. Values are decreasing from left to right. If you see any group, values are increasing down the group. Now we have the elements. These are all above lanthanide series. Now comes the third one. If you remember, 71 was lutetium. 72 onwards, these are what we call here as post-lanthanoids. Now compare the values and see.
They are hardly increasing or they are
And they are in fact sometimes similar. 145 is in fact decreasing here. Here you can see 134 remains same, 114 remains same. So ये जो increase होना चाहिए था वो तो हुआ ही नहीं है. Down the group जो होना चाहिए था वो भी नहीं है. Here the decrease is happening. This is all because hafnium onwards, these are post-lanthanide elements. Is this observation okay with everyone? Perfectly clear. So they are themselves getting affected. They are affecting the next elements also. They create trouble for everyone. So what happens is all these elements behave in a similar manner. So zirconium and hafnium, since they belong to the same group, they will have same valence configuration. They have same atomic radius. They are known as chemical twins. So which are the chemical twins found in periodic table? They are zirconium hafnium, niobium tantalum, molybdenum tungsten, technetium rhenium. These four pairs are called chemical twins. By twins, we mean their radius are same, their electronic configuration is similar. Since radius is same, their ionization enthalpy, electronegativity, chemical reactivity, everything will be similar. Moreover, in nature, they are found together in the earth crust. So the mineral which will contain zirconium will contain even hafnium also. That is what is known as four chemical twins. One of the most popular question asked in almost all the exams, either मतलब HSC एग्जाम के लिए शॉर्ट नोट, नंबर टू आइडेंटिफाई द केमिकल ट्विन्स इन MCQs, then in short answer write any one chemical twin, any two chemical twin, any way they can ask. So please remember this slide very much, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. अभी लैंथेनाइड कॉन्ट्रैक्शन का और एक इफेक्ट है, लेकिन वो हम लोग प्रॉपर्टीज में रखेंगे, यहाँ पे नहीं दिया है. या एनी डाउट हियर अप टू दिस?
सर इलेक्ट्रॉन गेन एंथैल्पी किस पे डिपेंड करता है?
इलेक्ट्रॉन गेन एंथैल्पी यहाँ नहीं आएगा क्योंकि ये सब मेटल्स है. इलेक्ट्रॉन गेन एंथैल्पी हम लोग नॉन मेटल के लिए लिखते हैं, करेक्ट? तो ये सब मेटल्स है ना, डी ब्लॉक एलिमेंट्स है ये सब, तो इसके लिए इलेक्ट्रॉन गेन एंथैल्पी, मेटल्स विल नॉट एक्सेप्ट इलेक्ट्रॉन्स ना, सो इसलिए मैंने वो फैक्टर बात नहीं किया. आयोनाइजेशन एंथैल्पी इज करेक्ट, दैट यू कैन फाइंड आउट.
Because screening effect na for the third one
इसके लिए
of F third series.
थर्ड सीरीज के लिए दीज आर
Screening
कमिंग
effect
आफ्टर
ना?
लैंथेनाइड्स ना. सो लैंथेनाइड का जो इफेक्ट हम लोग ने अभी देखा, स्क्रीनिंग इफेक्ट वाला, वही मतलब दोनों स्क्रीनिंग इफेक्ट एज वेल एज न्यूक्लियर चार्ज, सेम विल कंटिन्यू फर्दर इन द सीरीज. सी इनका 72 टेंटेलम, इनका जब कॉन्फ़िगरेशन देखेंगे, सो दे विल हैव 4f14 filled orbital inside, so that is going to show the poorest screening effect. और उनका जो outermost orbit है, it will be attracted towards nucleus, so same effect is seen. जो लैंथेनाइड्स में देखा वही इफेक्ट इनमें भी आएगा. नाउ प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ लैंथेनाइड्स, ये सेक्शन ये साल आपके टेक्स्ट बुक में नया ऐड किया है. This we used to do earlier as a JE question, NEET question. Now it is officially added in even HSC. So let us see the general properties of these lanthanides are quite similar to D block. So इसलिए हम लोग कोई अलग से properties का study नहीं करते. They are almost similar to that. Then earlier they were known as rare earth because scientists felt कि इनका abundance बहुत कम है. But now it is understood that their abundance is quite high and they are no more called rare earth elements. Lanthanides are comparatively soft metals. जैसे अल्कली मेटल अल्कलाइन अर्थ मेटल होता है वैसे ही वो सॉफ्ट होते हैं, बट डेंसिटी इज कंपैरेटिवली गुड. 7 इज अ गुड डेंसिटी. जैसे डी ब्लॉक का एलिमेंट का डेंसिटी होता है वैसे ही इनका है. मेल्टिंग बॉइलिंग पॉइंट्स आर वेरी हाई वैल्यूज, ऑब्वियसली दे आर मेटल्स. देन वी आर गोइंग टू डू अ सेट ऑफ रिएक्शंस ऑफ लैंथेनाइड्स नाउ. अभी एक सेट है जो आप अभी ये जो पार्ट है ना, ये टेक्स्ट बुक में आपके मतलब एनसीईआरटी में तो अच्छा दिया है, लेकिन आपके टेक्स्ट बुक में एक पैराग्राफ में उन्होंने सब कुछ खत्म किया है, विच इज रॉन्ग. एक्चुअली यू शुड नो द रिएक्शंस करेक्टली. सो मैं आपको दो फॉर्मेट में दे रहा हूं. एक समरी फॉर्मेट में दिखा रहा हूं आपको कि आपके पास अगर कोई भी लैंथेनाइड है, नाउ पे अटेंशन, एलएन जो लिखा है, एलएन का मतलब है एनी लैंथेनाइड. एलएन नाम का कोई एलिमेंट नहीं है. एलएन इज अ जनरल सिंबल फॉर ऑल द लैंथेनाइड्स. सो कोई भी लैंथेनाइड यही रिएक्शन दिखाएगा. So lanthanides, when treated with halogens, chlorine, bromine, iodine, they produce LnX3. So अगर मेरे पास सपोज samarium है Sm और मैं क्लोरीन के साथ रिएक्शन किया तो प्रोडक्ट मिलेगा SmCl3. Next, if I treat this with water, we get corresponding hydroxide with liberation of hydrogen gas. Treat it with carbon at a very high temperature, we generate carbide. Treat it with nitrogen, we generate nitride. Heat it with sulfur, we generate sulfide. Treat it with oxygen, combustion process, we get corresponding oxide. And heat it with acids, we generate hydrogen gas. Now this is like a summary. But अभी आपको मैं एक एग्जाम्पल दे रहा हूं. आई एम कंसिडरिंग एग्जाम्पल हियर लैंथेनम एलिमेंट. आपको एग्जाम में कोई भी लैंथेनाइड का क्वेश्चन आ सकता है. मैंने एले लिखा है, आप लोगों को सीरियम पूछ सकते हैं, समैरियम, यूरोपियम. तो जो लैंथेनाइड पूछेंगे उसका आप रिएक्शन लिखो.
Sir, but lanthanum won't be in lanthanide. Sir.
But it shows exactly same set of reactions. That's why I'm taking an example. अच्छा, अभी ये जो लैंथेनाइड कार्बाइड मिलता है वो एक सिंगल कंपाउंड एक्चुअली नहीं होता. इट इज एक्चुअली अ कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ मल्टीपल कार्बाइड्स. सो यहाँ पे मैंने जितने सारे पॉसिबल कार्बाइड्स हैं इसके सभी के फॉर्मूले दिए हैं. देन विथ हाइड्रोजन, तो जो मैंने यहाँ पे दिया था जैसे रिएक्शंस वैसे ही यहाँ पे दिए हैं. इसमें एक दो मिसिंग है समरी में, इसलिए यहाँ पे मैंने पूरा सेट आपको दिया है. ऑक्साइड के साथ ये, अभी ये जो हम लोग ने ऑक्साइड प्रोड्यूस किया उसी का हम लोग आगे रिएक्शन करेंगे. ऑक्साइड का अगर हाइड्रोलिसिस किया तो वी विल गेट हाइड्रोक्साइड. कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड एब्जॉर्ब करके कार्बोनेट बना सकता है. सो नंबर 3 एंड इट्स सब रिएक्शंस. देन नाइट्रोजन के साथ नाइट्राइड, HCl के साथ करस्पॉन्डिंग क्लोराइड, वाटर के साथ हाइड्रोलिसिस, सल्फर के साथ सल्फाइड. तो यही रिएक्शन मैंने यहाँ पे आपके सैंपल के लिए दिया है. एनी लैंथेनाइड दे आस्क, यू शुड बी एबल टू राइट द रिएक्शन. एनी डाउट? गो थ्रू दिस. बहुत सिंपल सेट है.
Sir, in the carbide, how do we get three compounds? So it's like a
हाँ क्या? I didn't get what?
sir in the reaction with carbide. Sir, how do we get three different compounds?
Different carbides are produced depending upon the availability of carbon and oxidation state of carbon. Everywhere carbon is showing multiple oxidation state. So जैसे temperature increase होता है, different oxidation states are created. So we get a mixture of everything. Because carbon is able to show multiple oxidation states. अच्छा, एक thing इसमें से, ये सभी reactions में कोई भी लैंथेनाइड आप लोगे तो उसका ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट होना चाहिए +3. रिमेंबर, बिकॉज यू रिमेंबर कॉमन ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट ऑफ लैंथेनाइड्स इज +3. तो आप यहाँ पे +3 इमेजिन करके सब फॉर्मूले जनरेट कर सकते हो एंड यू कैन राइट द ओन फॉर्मूले ऑल्सो. चलो कंटिन्यू विथ मोर प्रॉपर्टीज. मेटालिक नेचर, एंड जैसे मैंने आपको पहले बताया सिमिलरिटीज आर विथ डी ब्लॉक एलिमेंट्स. And soft character is like alkali and alkaline earth metal. Proper examples are given. I hope you remember the names of these elements. Europium and ytterbium. They have lowest enthalpy of vaporization, just like barium. They can dissolve in liquid ammonia to form blue colored solution. हम लोग ने अल्कली मेटल्स के टाइम एक टॉपिक किया था अमोनिया सॉल्यूशन, लिक्विड अमोनिया के साथ. वैसे ही यूरोपियम और वाइटरबियम सिमिलर रिएक्शन दिखाते हैं. Now, lanthanide ions can get covered with water. That is known as hydration. But the hydration over here is very high. So for example, you can see in the last formula, one lanthanum ion is getting covered by almost 9 water molecules. So this is called a compound nonahydrate. So you can get 10 molecules connected, decahydrate, 12 water molecules get connected, dodecahydrate. Usually in normal conditions, D block elements and all, they can coordinate with 5 to 6 water molecules usually. But over here, this is a quite exceptional case where 9, 10, 11, 12 molecules are getting coordinated. This is a little rare phenomena in regular chemistry. Now this is the property which I was saying under lanthanide contraction. This is related with lanthanide contraction. Lanthanides can form corresponding hydroxide. It will be a trihydroxide formula. These hydroxides are all ionic in nature, and if you put them in water, they will break down into 3 OH groups. What is found out is lanthanum to lutetium ionic size reduces, basicity decreases. Now let me explain this in a little more detail than given over here. So if you want later on, you can take a screenshot of this white screen. What is happening over here is something like this. Lanthanum going up to lutetium, these elements. Lanthanum will have the largest atomic size, ionic size, whatever you say. Lutetium will have smallest. This is La plus 3 to Lu plus 3. In both these cases, they will be connected with the OH groups. So these are, I'm considering OH groups connected. So that is hydroxide groups connected here. Exactly same way, hydroxide groups are connected here also. So what the difference will be between them connections? When you have a large ion, bonds are mostly ionic. When you are having a smaller ion, bonds are mostly covalent. So I can say lanthanide and OH bond from lanthanum plus 3 to lutetium plus 3 goes from ionic to covalent. Point number 1. Because of this, bond strength will keep on increasing. Recollect, covalent bond is stronger than ionic bond. So lanthanum से लेके lutetium तक bond आपका strong होते जाएगा. That means if I take lanthanum hydroxide, वो जल्दी से break करके ये reaction देगा. But lutetium hydroxide, I am considering extreme, will be feebly dissociated to form like this. I will call this as a strong base. This I will call as a weak base. Now I have shown you extreme properties. Reality में क्या होगा? Lanthanum hydroxide will be stronger than cerium hydroxide. Cerium hydroxide stronger than praseodymium hydroxide, promethium, samarium, europium, gadolinium, and so on. So every left lanthanide hydroxide is stronger than the right side hydroxide. Is the whole logic clear to everyone? Any doubt about this? We say basicity decreases from left to right. अभी इतना एक्सप्लेनेशन वहां स्लाइड्स में नहीं है,
Sir,
नोट्स में है ये, बट फिर भी एक बार स्क्रीनशॉट ले लो. हाँ बोलो.
so can you explain the oxidation state of LnC2 lanthanide
यस
with
यस यस विल डू दैट. एक मिनट, ये स्क्रीनशॉट ले लो, बताता हूँ. दिस इज डन.
yes sir.
ओके, अभी यहाँ पे देखो, ये ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट्स में when you consider this one, this is lanthanum is always plus 3. So 3 will have 9 minus 9 plus 3 minus 3 plus 6 minus 6. This is on 2 atoms. So minus 3 by 2 minus 6 by 3 minus 2. This is minus 9. Okay, now understand. आप सोचोगे minus 9 ये oxidation state आता कहाँ से है? So these are the states or these are the compounds which are present in the solid form, and in lattice form by sharing of electrons they can show all these electrons. So आपको अगर oxidation state calculate करना है तो आप ऐसे कर सकते हो, right? Now I am out of these, all are not going to be stable carbides. Some of them are stable depending on the atomic size and all. Some are stable, some are unstable. Fine.
Yes sir.
चलो ये एक बार फिर से देख लो. I think last 2 points here are quite easy. Metals है, इसके लिए good conductors of heat and electricity. पूरे lanthanide series में entire lanthanide series exist in nature except promethium. This element doesn't exist in nature. It is a synthetic element, just like actinides.
So can you please go to the
Hmm.
previous slide once?
Which slide? Whiteboard.
No, sir, the slide. 7th point. So at least explain this. I got disconnected.
Just read it now. Lanthanum is getting connected with water molecule. So how many water molecules? 9, 10, or 12?
Got it.
I'm not sure whether you have heard these terms in physics up till now. They are paramagnetic in nature, and below 16 degrees Celsius, gadolinium becomes from paramagnetic converts to ferromagnetic. The temperature where paramagnetic substance becomes ferromagnetic is known in physics as Curie temperature. Similarly, terbium, dysprosium, holmium, erbium, thulium, ytterbium, they also become ferromagnetic at different temperatures, lower temperature. So magnetism is a property depending on temperature actually. So we know the conversion temperatures here. Magnetic and optical properties are independent of environmental effects. What is environmental effect? Not environment of our climate and all. Environment means, are they present in gaseous solution? Are they present in solid state? Are they present in aqueous solution? The properties are independent of that. Ionization enthalpy follows this usual order. ये तो normal है काफी. First electron निकालना always easy होता है. 570 to 600 and all. Second electron निकालना difficult. Third electron निकालना और भी difficult. This is a normal trend in any period, any group, anywhere. Applications I'm just displaying here. Applications are not there in NCERT. This is only in GTB. Please read it. कोई word नहीं समझ में आ रहा है तो बोलो. JEE और NEET में इसका आने का चांस नहीं है. It's only for GTB HSC level. MHCET max to max. What is optotronics? Any idea? Word आप सोचोगे तो समझ में आएगा. Optotronics.
It's like optical.
Optics and electronics का combination. Optics and electronics. So that means there will be use of light radiation, which will be later on converted into some electrical signal on which some device will work. Have you heard of a new branch in engineering called mechatronics? सुना है कभी? अपने last year के एक दो students कर रहे हैं mechatronics engineering. It's in Manipal. It's a combination of mechanics, electronics, and computer science with additional feature of artificial intelligence, AI. Mechatronics, comparatively new branch in engineering nowadays. They teach you artificial intelligence in that. Chalo, some more applications of this. This NDYAG laser is a very, very famous laser used almost everywhere. It's a neodymium doped yttrium aluminum garnet laser. This laser can give you a quite sharp beam, non-coherent source. We have finished with lanthanides. We start with the last part of the topic, actinoids. And I hope everyone remembers the name of the elements we had done last time. Thorium, protactinium, uranium, neptunium, plutonium, americium, curium, berkelium, californium, einsteinium, fermium, mendelevium, nobelium, lawrencium. We come to the electronic configuration quickly. यहाँ पे सिर्फ ऑब्जर्व्ड ही दिया है, हम लोगों ने ऑब्जर्व्ड और एक्सपेक्टेड ऐसा कुछ अलग नहीं दिया है. Watch the configuration quickly and let us see the trend. 5F0 6D1 as expected. This is a D block element. Thorium also continues to have the next D electron only. In protactinium, 2 electrons get transferred. So one new electron and 1 electron transferred from 5D. Then we continue for next few elements, 3, 4. Then just like lanthanides, D orbital completely surrenders the electron here. So it's now 6070. Half filled orbital problem of last time 7-1, 9-0, 10-0, 11-0, 12-0, 13-0, 14-0, 14-1. फ्रैंकली स्पीकिंग आपको सिर्फ 4-5 एलिमेंट का थोड़ा ध्यान रखना है, थोरियम से लेके प्लूटोनियम तक. इफ यू रिमेंबर देम, then rest of the trend is just like lanthanides only.
Shouldn't thorium have like a F in like
Thorium
an
ka?
F?
There is no electron in F. Yes, that's correct.
Yes, it should be, na? Because the F block element, na?
But there is no electron like that. I agree, but there is no electron in F orbital. वैसे हम लोग को वो सिल्वर और इसमें भी वैसे ही था, सिल्वर का प्लैटिनम का कॉन्फ़िगरेशन भी कैसे एक्सेप्शनल था, वैसे ही है. ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट्स, क्विकली वी विल सी द थिंग्स. अभी आप लोगों को याद है तो लैंथनाइड्स में हम लोगों ने ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट्स सिर्फ 3 देखे थे, +2, +3 एंड +4. नाउ ओवर हियर यू विल फाइंड a little difference here. Actinides are able to show quite a large number of states. They go up to +7, you can see. Now, I usually give a little chart over here that if you see the states, it is +3, +4, +5, +6, and then +7. So let us list out which elements are showing that. +7 पहले देखते हैं, सबसे कम है. कौन कौन दिखा रहा है देखो, नेपच्यूनियम, प्लूटोनियम. +6 कौन दिखा रहा है, यूरेनियम, नेपच्यूनियम, प्लूटोनियम, अमेरिसियम. +5 कौन दिखा रहा है, प्रोटैक्टिनियम से लेके अमेरिसियम तक. +4 थोरियम से लेके बर्केलियम तक. And +3 all actinides. Rather than a table, if you remember it this way, I think it should go easy for everyone. अब इसका एक स्क्रीनशॉट लेके रखना. +3 is shown by all. It's a group oxidation state. I have missed out one oxidation state which is exceptional. +2 by nobelium. If you remember this way, I think it should go easy for everyone. We come to the properties of actinides. All actinides are radioactive in nature. Half-life can go very high, like 10⁻⁻10 years to 10⁻⁹ years. So extremely half-life, very high half-life period. Very high density, going in the range of 15 to 20. Very high melting point. Values are almost in the range of lanthanides only. Actinides are little less reactive than lanthanides. This series also tells you about actinide contraction, just as we had lanthanide contraction. Silvery white in appearance. Lanthanides are that way colorful elements, but these are in metallic state, very pale in color or silvery color. Applications. Please read it. जिसका हाफ लाइफ पीरियड बहुत हाई होता है वो कंपैरेटिवली लेस हार्मफुल है. 10⁻10 years, that means the radiation coming out of that element is going to be very, very less in intensity. It will not perhaps cause cancer, सो वो थोड़े क्वांटिटी हम लोग यूज कर सकते हैं, बट नॉट ऑफ कोर्स मोर क्वांटिटीज. This is a very popular answer in most of the exams. Similarities. अभी आपके टेक्स्ट बुक में सिमिलैरिटीज पे उन्होंने एक पैराग्राफ टेबल ऐसे दिया है. मैंने इसको एक सिंपल फॉर्म में लिखा है. मैं आपको यहाँ पे हेडिंग दे रहा हूं और जो कॉमन पॉइंट है उसका सिर्फ नोट कर रहा हूं. आप लोग इससे एक सेंटेंस बना के खुद लिख सकते हो. लाइक बोथ द सीरीज शो कॉमन ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट ऑफ +3. Both of them have f orbital as outermost orbital. Both show contraction effect, lanthanide contraction, actinide contraction. Reactivity comparatively is less compared to D block elements. Compared to P block and all, they are more reactive. Nitrates, perchlorates, sulfates, etc. they are soluble in water, but hydroxide, fluorides, carbonate are insoluble in water. जो प्रॉपर्टी लिखा है वो प्रॉपर्टी लैंथेनाइड्स एज वेल एज एक्टिनाइड्स के लिए सेम है, एप्लीकेबल है. सो दीज आर द 5 प्रॉपर्टीज विच आर सेम फॉर बोथ. नाउ वी विल सी द प्रॉपर्टीज विच आर डिफरेंट फॉर बोथ, डिससिमिलैरिटीज. सो point of comparison between them. First one, oxidation state. Lanthanides can show only 3, 2, 3, 4. Actinides can go from 2 to 7. लैंथेनाइड के कॉम्प्लेक्सेस ज्यादा फॉर्म नहीं होते, हो गए तो भी बहुत अनस्टेबल होते हैं, कोऑर्डिनेट कॉम्प्लेक्सेस. एक्टिनाइड्स कैन फॉर्म गुड नंबर ऑफ कॉम्प्लेक्सेस. लैंथेनाइड्स आर मोस्टली नॉन रेडियो एक्टिव, सिर्फ प्रोमीथियम रेडियो एक्टिव है. एक्टिनाइड सीरीज तो पूरा का पूरा रेडियो एक्टिव. नाउ दिस इज समथिंग न्यू. व्हेन अ मेटल फॉर्म्स अ कैटायन विद ऑक्सीजन, it is called oxocation. Lanthanides don't form any such compounds. लेकिन एक्टिनाइड्स के यूरेनियम, प्लूटोनियम और नेपच्यूनियम के ऑक्सोकैटायंस आर अवेलेबल. लास्ट इज कलर. लैंथेनाइड्स के कलर्स कलरलेस है, लाइट पिंक, पेल पिंक, येलो और वेरी सोबर शेड्स. एक्टिनाइड्स के कलर काफी डार्क होते हैं, गॉडी कलर्स होते हैं, जैसे डार्क रेड, क्रिम्सन रेड, ग्रीन. तो उनके कलर्स थोड़े हाई लेवल के होते हैं. We are not going into reasons of all these things. We are just stating the facts. Any doubt in these 5 points? So we have seen 5 similarities, 5 dissimilarities. Last point of the topic, post-actinide element. Your actinide series goes up to 103. Last one, lawrencium. So 92 onwards elements were called trans-uranium elements, and 103 onwards are called post-actinide elements. Which are the post-actinide elements? I am not sure whether you know the names of most of these elements. I am giving you a list here. Rutherfordium, dubnium, seaborgium, bohrium, hassium, meitnerium, darmstadtium, roentgenium, and copernicium. So these elements are called post-actinide elements. Few properties of these elements. These elements are all synthetic elements made by nuclear reactions, of course. Some of them have extremely short half-life period, like in the range of 10⁻⁻⁴ seconds. And Rutherfordium and dubnium behave exactly like group 5 elements. So group 5 elements are D block elements. They also show similar thing like +5 oxidation state. So that is the end of our chapter of F block elements and D block elements. We are now left in this topic 2 more things. Number 1 is compounds of D block, known as study of KMnO4 and study of K2Cr2O7. That will be my next lecture. And after that, we have a topic on metallurgy of elements. So these will be the next around 2-3 more lectures are needed to complete this whole topic. इसमें से जो मेटालर्जी पार्ट है वो एनसीईआरटी में सेपरेट चैप्टर है, लेकिन इन्होंने जीटीबी में बहुत छोटा दिया है. तो आई एम गोइंग टू टेक द एंटायर टॉपिक प्रॉपरली so that if you are a NCERT JEE NEET student also, you'll be able to manage that. right?
Sir,
So